Francis, the Ashley Madison hack. I'm sure you have heard about this over the last week or two in regards to everything leaked.
Yep.
About all the couples. And man, I have an interesting story to get to later about learning what Ashley Madison was when I was like 11 years old. But, because, I was married at 11 at that point.
Did you know her personally?
Yeah, actually I know her. And I do know a girl named Ashley Madison. She's not happy about that name.
That's so unfortunate.
It's really unfortunate. But this applies also to sports because ESPN, over 100 employees of ESPN signed up for the Ashley Madison website at work. Not a good idea. It's like, I have no other way to put it beside okay, I'm just going to, and OkCupid's a terrible example, but going to it's like trying to order a prostitute from your work computer. Essentially, it's a bad idea.
That's the second time prostitutes have came up in 2 consecutive clips.
He's a dirty man.
It's unfortunate.
You're a dirty person. This is a program that is acceptable for all ages.
ESPN?
Over 100.
Wow.
Over 100 employees. And this is not specific. This Ashley Madison case is not the only specific incident regarding ESPN and sex scandals and party scandals within Bristol, Connecticut's campus. Deadspin has 1,000 examples. They have almost 15 articles over the past 10 years in regards to prostitution scandals, in regards to Steve Phillips and a production assistant, Steve Phillips, when he was on Baseball Tonight, getting escorted and severely hitting on a production assistant at 21 years old. Yeah. There's rug races, which I'm going to proudly go into detail about because this is unbelievable, and I can't believe there was actual photo evidence and write-ups about this. Oh, it's going to get dirty.
I understand
it's about to get dirty.
And I can't wait to hear it. But I understand from what I've heard from you, being close to that area, that Bristol, Connecticut is not exactly a tourist attraction.
No.
A happening place?
I say this wholeheartedly. Connecticut isn't an attraction, okay? Anything really between Boston and New York isn't an attraction. I mean, no offense to those states. I went to school in Rhode Island, but you can't tell me that you're going to Rhode Island for the beautiful beaches when you can just come to Los Angeles and get beautifuler beaches.
So do you think it's that environment that provokes some of this?
Yes, because there's nothing to do.
What else are you going to do?
Go to Omaha, Nebraska and find me something to do. It's essentially the same.
So that's why, do you think that's why all these things might be targeted for the leaks? Because they might realize that this area's kind of shitty? These people are doing some dodgy biscuit stuff?
Yes, it's something to report on,
yeah,
obviously. And of course, ESPN being the worldwide leader in sports, when any kind of scandal happens, and scandal is such an unfair, out of context word, when anything happens between any of their personalities and a female, they go all over it. They break the news. They're happy to take a cheap shot at ESPN.
Since you said rug races, your mouth just went, rug races. I want to know what rug races is.
About to get into detail. Rug races is when you have, this is the story, at least regarding from their book. These guys have all the fun, which came out about 3-4 years ago, all regards to ESPN. God. Rug race is when you push a prostitute with your tongue in her vertical smile across the floor. 2 of them at the same time, 2 guys at it. How far? Whoever wins. This was a part of the book that was not released, and Deadspin dug it up and reported on it, and it went everywhere. This is a few years back.
This reminds me of kind of is this like the same office like the Wolf of Wall Street was based on?
Yeah, it's what it sounds like. Yeah. But back to the Ashley Madison thing, because there's a very interesting tidbit about it, because assumingly, which is a terrible thing to do, but if I said to you 100 employees of any company signed up for Ashley Madison at work, how many would you immediately make the unfair judgment were men?
Probably a good 80% and up.
80%, okay. So here's the quote statistic. 5% of Ashley Madison users are women, at least from their standard deviation. 20% of the ESPN signups were from women, which is a 400% increase in regards to that. So, and again, you can't jump to the conclusion that they signed up for Ashley Madison and then had an affair or cheated on their significant other, because that's not fair. They could have been, surfing around, see what it's like, whatever it is. Maybe they're just interested. Or the other issue with this is that they also found people would hack into accounts or find emails from it and sign up because they'd want to get these personalities into hot water.
Oh.
So if your email is maxwell.franco448323 at gyahoo.com, you can go sign up for Francis Maxwell and Ashley Madison.
Good email. Good cover of an email. I didn't think it would be, you'd put in enough letters there to try and make sure that it wasn't mine.
Somebody's now going to try to sign.
I don't find any Yahoo websites.
It's pronounced Gyahoo.
It's gyahoo.com.
So I found this extremely interesting just because this Ashley Madison hack has sent shockwaves through the world.
Yeah.
But it does relate back to, I listened to Howard Stern show when I was like going to high school, going to middle school. My dad used to drop me off and he'd have that on. Very appropriate. Ashley, when Howard Stern first went to Sirius XM radio, Ashley Madison was one of the only advertisements they would run. He would do like on-screen reads, on-air reads. And I would always sit there going,
who's this Ashley
Dad,
Madison?
what is this Ashley Madison thing and why is this okay? And he'd be like, it's for another time. It's for another, you're not old
Did
enough.
you reach that time yet?
No.
Dad, this Ashley Madison's breaking in the news. Can you tell me what it is yet?
My friend Ashley from high school keeps calling me, asking why your name's all over the print and the headlines. So,
Good.
Francis, your thoughts?
5 words or less.
Yeah.
Don't know why this keeps happening. 8.
It's a lot of, wow. You don't know the difference between a syllable and a word.
But
That's
it's
okay.
just like, I mean, it's just, no one is safe in terms of the things that you might do online. And it's still, as much as people, this might find out the cheaters of the world and who's not being loyal, it's still like, there's just so many things that are being leaked that nothing you can do online is safe. So Jason, we should cut this clip short. Go and clean out your browsing history.
Yeah,
I seen what you were looking at.
There was a great discussion topic, real quick. I know we have to wrap up, but how much money would you have to pay to give up the entire history of your search browsing?
I'd do it for
the world to know.
I'd do it for like 150,000.
Yeah.
It's enough for me.
That's not enough for me. Not at all.
But I mean, it's just Ronaldo standing on islands.
I believe that's all it is. Chiseled Ronaldo. Is it Chris Brown who said it?
What did he say?
These hoes ain't loyal. Is it not Chris Brown?
That's him.
It is Chris Brown.
That's 2 hoes and 2 prostitutes named on 2 clips.
Yeah, we're
Record.
We're going to quote more Chris Brown on TYT Sports. We should. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I guess the question for the comment section is ESPN a fraternity house of employees?
Good.
Or are we jumping to a little bit too many conclusions? Are we being unfair? I'm curious your thoughts. Leave them below. I think I already said that. Don't forget to subscribe. We will not release all your subscriber info to the hackers.